Hey, what's up, everybody? It is your girl JoJo, and I'm here with the review for, I was about to say Ready to Love, for BET's Encore. This is episode 3. I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm doing well. I'm a little delirious and a little hungry because I brought a salad for lunch, y'all. Opened it up, and I just completely forgot the salad dressing. I meant to bring the bottle with me, and I just forgot. So I'm good and hungry. I'm hoping that the fruit I had is gonna carry me on to the house. I hope I'm gonna be all right. I don't pass out around here. But the episode was decent. There's a few things that I want to say before we get started. First of all, the twins have an ego that is so high that you can't get over it. So wide you can barely get around it. They are rude. They have a tendency to say things that are not necessarily the best thing to say at the time. They don't always handle situations correctly. Sometimes they blow up impulsively. You don't really know why. But the twins are not wrong when it comes to this work. And I'm going to talk about it. Because I felt a little uncomfortable taking that stance, especially with how I felt about the twins on the first 2 episodes. But you know, when I feel like you got a point, then I'm going to say you got a point. It doesn't matter if I care for you or not. So yeah, they got a point. And secondly, Lamisha? I got my eye on her for a couple of reasons, and we're going to talk about it. So the episode picks up where it left off. And y'all, the person that's narrating is Sita, right? The virtual reality. Did they change the character or change her voice? Because Sita was always ghetto, but I feel like now it's like extra ghetto, like we putting on something special. And I'm just like, this don't sound like my girl Sita from back in the day, unless I'm just not remembering it right. But it just sounds different to me. But they say it's the same woman, so I don't know. But we pick up where we left off with Keely in the kitchen saying, I don't understand. I just don't understand. I'm not sure what Keely doesn't understand. She's talking to one of the twins. I believe it's Felicia. There's one that's spicy and there's one that's not as spicy. But the not as spicy one, if you get her in the right mood, she will tell you off like she did Keely after that studio session. Told Keely completely off. Keely couldn't even say nothing. So the fact that she's in there talking to Keely's confused. She was just like, didn't you just cuss me out and you called me a messy B word and all this stuff? And she was like, you know what, I did do that. But that was a long time ago. That's not what she said, but that's kind of the vibe she was giving you. She was basically just like, okay, I probably shouldn't took it that route, but they want to start off with a clean slate. She tells Keely that she believes that Keely has a good heart. I don't know if I agree with Twin on that, but that's what she says. And I believe it was Felicia. I'm still trying to tell them apart and get that together. So y'all just give me a minute. I'll get it together by the last episode of the season. Okay. So Keely continues to think that Aubrey is effing with her. Aubrey is trying to get up under her skin. I think it's hilarious because her and Aubrey are really the same person. Aubrey's just a little bit more passive aggressive with hers. The married girls in the group, they want to write a song dedicated to the one they love. They found their one, they found their person, and they want to write about relationships and family and love. And everybody's just like, okay, cool. Because the group has to be on collectively 3 out of 5 songs. So the married girls can get together, they can write their own little thing, and then the single girls can get together, they can write their own little thing, and then as long as we are all on at least 3 of the songs, we're good. All right, remember that they all have to be on 3. So they start getting in the studio. The Cherish Twins have written a song called Bird's Eye View. I think they also wrote a song called Skeletons. The Bird's Eye View song was beautiful. I really liked that song. But it's something they sat down in the studio. They wrote together. So they definitely have a musical talent centered around writing, producing. They seem to know their way around the studio. So they seem to be very well versed in the music realm. Cannot take that away from them. So they're also presenting other songs to the group, who's going to be on what, and we find out Lamisha can write. So they go get Lamisha because they're telling Lamisha, okay, we got this song, y'all, you the Mary Girls, y'all gonna do a song, and we think you should write it because Lamisha has written for Nivea. She wrote songs on not Black 702's album, so she is a writer. So Lamisha says, okay, well, I can write that song, but does that mean I'm gonna be taking off Skeletons because I wanted to be on Skeletons as well? So there's a little back and forth about that. When they get downstairs for her to write, she starts talking about how she can't really write like the twins. The twins can write really quickly. The twins can write really well. She can't write as fast. And my thing is this. If you feel that way, just say you need a little bit more time. But going to get the twins, which is what she did, okay, and the twins is just like, well, I mean, we can come help, but at the same time, we've already written other stuff, and you are a writer. You just need to get back on the horse with yours. And I'm kind of with them on it. What this group is gonna mess around and do is let the twins write every song, and we all know that a writing credit is a writing credit is a writing credit. It doesn't matter how you slice it or dice it. And they gonna end up getting more money than the rest of y'all. Now, if y'all cool with that, okay, fine. But they're gonna get a lot of the writing accolades. Shout out to Nene Leakes. And then y'all just gonna be getting, whatever your performances are. So, she continues to second guess herself. She goes to get the twins. I wish she was a little bit more confident, because what's interesting about Lamisha is what she does later. She says that she needs the twins to come down because she can't write like that, and she needs their assistance and she needs their help. And they came down to give their assistance and their help. But then when it was time to record some vocals, she wasn't feeling well. Then after that, she gets upset that the twins, in her eyes, are taking over. But Lamisha, you talking about you don't get to write, you don't get to sing. You had your opportunity to write, and you had your opportunity to sing. You don't always show up when it's time to do what you're supposed to do. And the twins, God bless them, they got a takeover spirit. They got a takeover spirit. If stuff is not getting done, they take over. I know a takeover spirit well because I have it too. I don't like a lot of sitting around. See, now I'm about to go into a tangent. Hold on, let me stick with the show. So when the producers get there, Elijah and them, they need them to be a little bit more productive, because nobody's coming downstairs to record. Nobody's getting up to do what they got to do. This is right around the time where Lamisha says she got to go get the twins because they not ready to lay down nothing and all this other confusion. So the producers are eventually just like, okay, nobody seems ready. Nobody really got their stuff 100% tight. So when we get back, y'all need to be ready to really lay down some vocals. And the twins are getting frustrated because on the following day, when they're down in the studio, people are asleep. People can't be found. People are nowhere to be found. Lamisha wasn't there to do her track when everybody else was there to do their track. So the twins are getting very frustrated that they're the only ones that seem to really, really have that drive and that work ethic. And I think Keely and Aubrey might have been there too. So back to what I was saying, though, about that whole takeover spirit. Yes, I do believe they have one, but I understand it very well. When stuff is not getting done, takeover people are going to take over. And I know it's not always right. I know that it can be very grating on people who are trying to get it together, y'all. But when it's a deadline to be made, when it's work to be done, I am just like this. I'm going to take over. It don't even matter if I know what I'm doing. I'm going to take over. I'm going to take some type of leadership position, because I don't like sitting around. I don't like sitting on my hands when stuff needs to be done. I don't like laying around. Y'all know when I go on trips with people, and they're not my group of friends, like they're friends of friends, I be in the hotel room or the Airbnb talking to myself, like, do not say nothing, don't get up. And a lot of times I'll leave by myself, depending on what time it is, because I don't like to be laying around the house all day unless we agree that that's the kind of vacation we on. I got to be up and about, especially if I'm in a new place and I done spent my money. I need to see said new place. All that slowing around, putting on makeup, sleep, calling boyfriends, husbands, kids. I'll be like, I'm going to meet y'all there. I'm finna go to breakfast. I'm finna take a run. I'm finna take a shower. I'm about to get back out, because I just like I'm like, I can be like this, y'all. I can be real chill, but I can also be like this. And when it comes to this this project, like the twins said, it's not an experiment where you just come to the house and chill. We got to get work done. However, I see everybody's point because there's a way to do it and there's a way to go about it. So we move on, y'all. All right. Pam is working on her dance moves. I appreciated Pam for that. Pam she can still do it. She just need a little bit of one-on-one coaching. She was like, Total used to dance back in the day, but I don't know what's going on. These are some new dance steps. Okay, these got 8 counts and whatnot. We was doing the Diddy Bop. We ain't doing that no more. And I just can't catch on like I used to. And Pam was just like, I said, I feel you, Pam. I be feeling like that too when it's time to learn something, but I've always been slow. But she does okay when she does some one-on-one teaching, and the dancing coach tells her, like, you got the vibe. Y'all know people love the word vibe, and she was like, yeah, I do got the vibe. So she'll get it. I think she'll get it. Let's see what else. Okay, then they are back in the studio again, and they have lost Lamisha and Irish's tracks. Now, Iris sounded a lot better. I don't know if I've mentioned it already. I don't think I did. Iris sounded a lot better on the track than she had the first 2 episodes. And I'm going to say, I think it was because of the twins and their coaching. When they get in that studio, those girls are in their element, like I said before. And it don't matter who else is around. They'll help you get in your element. So Irish was sounding a lot better. Her tone was better. Her voice was a lot stronger. I don't know, I was happy to hear that. I was happy she was pulling that together. But they've lost their vocals. They just so happened to lose Lamisha and Irish's part on the song. I was just like, now I don't want to say y'all did it on purpose, but it's awful ironic that it's just them two. So they have them come downstairs because they need them to lay it again. Oh, Lamisha did it, but she hot. She don't understand what's going on. She don't understand what people doing. She don't like it. So when they get into a meetup again with Sita asks, how's everything going? Y'all getting along? Baby, they just as fake. Yeah, things coming along. Things are good. Things are working well. Nivea said they lying. See, Nivea is definitely the comic relief of this show, and I'm glad she is. Sometimes it's a little too much. It's almost awkward because you be like, Nivea, not right now, girl. But we need that in the show because nobody else has the comedy the way that Nivea has it. So we need it. So Nivea was just like, they lying. We ain't really got nothing done. We got a little bit done, but it's a whole bunch more to get done. Everybody not on the songs. Some people not really feeling comfortable. We still got a lot of stuff we got to do. So basically they lying. And they just kind of looking at Nivea like, well, yeah, she right. She is right. But Nivea is also middle of the road. Nivea understands that work has to get done, but she also does feel like some people are being shady. Some people are not feeling secure. Some people are not feeling like they know where they fit within the group. Namely, Lamisha. I wouldn't even say Irish. Irish, if she does feel like that, she's not as vocal. It seems to be more so Lamisha, and she's probably counting on Lamisha to speak up on her behalf if she feels that way too. So when they have to re-record their parts, Aubrey said before they got there, well, maybe they could just do a little ad-lib at the end. Woo, child, I was tickled, but they ain't right. They are not right. So it's time to vote for Queen again. They all running around there drinking wine, and I'm just like, y'all need to drink some tea. If you know what I know. All y'all need to drink some hot tea. You too, Keely. Because that voice wasn't sounding too good the first two. I'm giving away. Don't make me do your baritone again. They throwing that reggae song out, by the way, and good riddance to it. Because I know y'all have really done upset my Caribbeans with that music. So, it's time to select another queen. Pam is ready to pass off her queen hat, so she not mad about it at all. Irish definitely voted for herself. I don't care what anybody says. Or maybe Lamisha voted for her. Aubrey voted for herself like I knew she was going to do. But Aubrey got several votes, okay? It was actually Aubrey who ended up winning queen. Keely voted for herself again with 1 vote. Keely feels like she should definitely be queen because she knows that you have to serve, and she knows that she would get these girls together, and she feels like that's been the problem because the queen, who formerly was Pam, was not stepping up and saying what needed to be done, and she would be a good queen, but she not the queen. Aubrey the queen. Aubrey gonna be the one in charge. And it's interesting because I'm thinking to myself, y'all think Aubrey is a much better choice than Keely, and y'all don't really know that y'all really dealing with the same person. One of them is just a little bit more injected than the other. But they done picked Aubrey to be the queen. All right. So Pam happily passes on her crown. Then they go on upstairs, and it's Nivea, it's Shamari, it's Lamisha. I don't know if Pam was up there, but I know Irish was up there. And they're talking about how they need to do something, and they need to have a conversation because the twins are taking people off songs. Lamisha talks about how they had conveniently lost their music. They talk about how they possibly took Pam off because Pam didn't want to be on a song where they used the word hoe. Y'all, I don't know why that was funny to me, but she didn't want to be on the track. And so they want to confront them about the fact that they're kind of just taking over the project. Well, that would be fine and well, Lamisha, if you wanted to confront the twins about taking over the project. But it's funny that you're gonna be the ones to be the one to confront them when you pretty much have been inviting them in to take over. I mean, you literally went and got them so that they could help you write your song. Then you got missing when it was time to lay your tracks because you didn't feel good. Then you popped back up, and when the producers got there, you told them you wasn't even ready to get in the studio. So it's like y'all are kind of inviting them, like I said, to take over in this way because I just don't feel like everybody's collectively doing the work. I'm not saying nobody. I'm just saying collectively it's not enough people who have the hunger to do the work like the twins do. Of course, y'all know I'm near airplanes, right? So anyway, they have dinner. Child, I might have turned my air on. It's getting hot. They go have dinner, and this is where the confrontation happens. Now, with all that talk that Shamari was doing upstairs, okay, Lamisha wants to write, and she has the right to write. See how I did that there? I was just like, Shamari, girl, we know what homophones are. Be quiet. But for all that talking that Lamisha was doing, and Irish, and all them people upstairs was doing, when they got downstairs to actually confront the twins, Lamisha was the only one talking. And she was like, can I get somebody to back me up, child? They was sitting there like, I said, ooh, y'all not scared of them, are you? Only person who was vocal was Nivea, and even she was still in the middle. She was just like, well, I think this is why people don't feel included. I think this is why people feel shaded. And the twins is just like, excuse me, it is not shade. We came in, we are the only ones doing the work. We not trying to take people off songs. People not doing what they got to do. But if y'all want to, y'all can just take us off the whole thing. We can remove all our music. And they was just like, well, remove, not they, Lamisha. Well, take them all off then. I was just like, now, Misha, girl, you gonna write some more songs? Because I don't hear nobody else with you on that. So are you sure you want all the songs off of the record that Cherish has written? Do I believe that Cherish is probably taking people off songs? Yes. And I think Aubrey is involved too. But I think that the twins are just getting frustrated with trying to include everybody and want people to step up and include themselves. Like, they don't know what else to do. We wrote the song. We told you the melody. We already sang the song. It already sounds good, so we just gonna leave ourselves on it. And I think what the people need to do is instead of confronting them, come on down to the studio and be like, hey, that track y'all got on so-and-so and so-and-so, we getting on it. Not can we get on it, we getting on it. I already know what I'm going to do. And then y'all just see if it work. Instead of letting Fallon or Felicia tell you, well, it already sound good, so we don't need nothing else on it. Oh, no, baby. I'm getting on that track. Okay, I'm giving away. Keely, get your baritone on one of them tracks. Okay, you can be like the dude on Boys to Men, baby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. That's my last baritone joke for real. So, the twins are offended. The twins said they feeling unappreciated. Okay, no pun intended, but they are feeling very, very unappreciated. And y'all can just take our music off if that's how you feel. But we really been the only ones doing it. We really been the only ones working. And I mean, can we deny? Oh, I was getting distracted. Can we deny that they probably have worked the hardest? But it doesn't mean that they are the only ones. Like Nivea said, we all got our own platinums and all this other stuff. We got our own accolades, which means it doesn't mean that you guys are the only ones qualified, is the point. And that's true. But you have to show that you're not the only ones qualified. And that's why I understood their point. Like, come in, include yourself. You keep wanting us to find a spot for you, you make a spot for yourself. So I understood that side, but I also understood the other side. Like, y'all just not gonna do whatever y'all want to do. However, y'all letting them do whatever they want to do. Step in. So the new queen, who is Aubrey, is trying to speak. They speaking over Aubrey. I said, what you gonna do, queen? What you gonna do, queen? Okay, because you was really big up in yourself. Aubrey is trying to figure out how she gonna sort this whole situation. Meanwhile, Pam over there like, we all grown women. We should be able to talk to each other. So it's really no resolve for the night. Everybody is kind of walking off. Lamisha go upstairs. She have her own little temper tantrum about how they all some sneaky bees. Lamisha, write a song. That's what I want you to do, baby. I want you to write a song, and I want you to. I feel like she's a little bit insecure. Just do the work. And try to work with the twins the best you can, because they're not going nowhere. And honestly, they're a very strong talent within that group, so you need them. I mean, I hate to be the ones to tell you if you didn't know. But there's no resolve. And like Nivea said, see what I mean? Everybody quitting and stuff. It's so disappointing, just like the wine. But y'all let me know what y'all think. What you think. I'm sweating. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm pretty sure I forgot something, but I don't know what it was. And I will see you guys for the next one, okay? Bye.